All right, hello everyone. My name is Josh. For my Stackathon project, I wanted to work with some hardware, specifically a Raspberry Pi. So I got a little Raspberry Pi here with some hardware chips attached to it. I wanted to make a network thermostat, so kind of like a Nest clone. And for anyone that doesn't know, a Raspberry Pi is basically like a low-cost Linux computer. But unfortunately, it's only got digital inputs and outputs, so in order to read in a temperature, and like I've got a little thermostat here that reads temperature and a dial here for set point. And in order to read those values, the resistors, you had to have an analog to digital converter. So there's an extra chip up here that talks over a data bus to the Raspberry Pi using a library called I2C. It's a type of data bus. So I've got that set up. I spent a lot of time getting the hardware and the back end set up and wasn't able to fully flesh out the front end, so it's a pretty limited front end here. But as you can see, so I'm currently SSH'd into the Pi, and I can start the server. The Pi is actually pretty slow compared to most laptops, so it takes it about 10 seconds or so to get loaded there. But so there, it's basically console logging the current value of the temperature, and you can see it says it's 82 degrees in here. It's not accurate because I've got a battery source here, so that's a bug I just realized, that it's using a reference voltage, and because that reference voltage is lower on the battery, it's actually improperly calculating the temperature. But as you move the dial here, you can see it goes down, the set point drops to 50, and if we go up past 80 degrees, it should say heat on. So there's a little relay here, it's not hooked up to anything, but it would click that relay, turn the heat on, and then turn the heat off if it's below set point or above set point. Development on this was a little tricky because the libraries, the analog digital converter library and the I2C converter, or the I2C library, wouldn't work on the laptop, so I had to make kind of a fake library. So I did a try catch in importing that library, and when it failed, it would import my fake library. And so that would let me kind of debug on my computer here. I've got like fake data coming in on the console log here, so this is how I was able to write everything and test it without the Pi. And then this is my very simple front end. It basically gives you the current temperature and set point. And this isn't referencing the Pi. The Pi has its own though, it runs, but so that's connected to the Pi there. And yeah, so stretch goals would be to finish out this UI and get it all working nice, and maybe a mobile UI with React Native to try to copy all the Nest functionality. And that's my Stackathon.